Hey there, inky friends. It's Bailey from the Fountain Pen Ink Station. I hope everybody is doing well, day or night, where you're at. If I sound a little off, it's because I'm still recovering from abdominal surgery. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm here with you to plan a June with me. Plan with me, June. So let's get started, friends. Okay, so the big thing is for 30 inks, 30 days, we're going to be doing it for June. So that's going to be the main portion of my currently inked for the month of June. And I'm going to see about doing videos every day. I'm going to try that instead of at the end of the week. So we'll see how that goes. And then I'm also going to have some pens that are going to be inked regardless aside from those for my journals, my tarot readings. If I read books, so I can actually plan to have some pens that are not, that I know that will work well. So without further ado, let's get going. I picked these two images as inspiration. So I'm just going to plop some inks on the page and we'll see which ones kind of match and fit that aesthetic. The first one is J. Herbin Terre de Feu. And I think this is like a pinkish red. I'm not usually one to use this color, but I wanted to give it a go since I have a bottle of it. My lines are not the best. Sorry, friends. And I'm using my Life Noble paper. Has anybody used this ink? And if so, what pen do you like to put it in? I don't have any of my pens picked out yet. I still have to clean my pens. I have a bucket of them that I'm trying to gain up some stamina to clean. And so I'm open to ideas if you have ideas of what I should put these in. The only pens I have inked right now that are going to stay inked are the ones I talked about in another video. I might keep my Bone Crusher Studios pen inked up with Milky Way. It's actually working out really nicely, so that one actually might stay in the lineup. Yeah. Okay, the next one that's kind of a similar... Actually, do I have another one in this color? I might not actually, friends. Because I think this is more of the orange from the flowers, so... This next one is Kaio no Oto, Moonlight of Higashiyama. And Higashiyama. And if I didn't pronounce that right, please let me know. Again, I'm sorry if my voice sounds off. It's going to be a little bit before I think everything comes back to normal for me. I haven't inked this one up in quite a while either, so I got inspired by a few of my content friends. They're kind of doing like a moody, I don't want to say moody, but moody-ish spring palette. And I've been doing like a bright palette the last few times, so I wanted to try something different. This is a long name, so I might need to pause my talking so I don't mess it up. Okay. I'm trying to think if I have any other reds in this color. I don't know if I do, friends. This might be the only one. I had an ink out and I put it away that I think I was meant to maybe use for this video. But that's not a red though. Okay, the next one I have is a couple yellows to see which ones would go good with this yellow on the stickers. First one is J. Herbin Ambre de Bourbani. I don't know if I put this in a pen yet either. Oops. This seems like a little bit of a drier ink. And the other yellow is Arbor Oster African Gold. Oh, come on. I think this is how my day is going to go, friends. Sorry. Make happy little accidents on my page. Okay, and then I have a couple greens. I want to say Nagasaka Kobe 75 is green. Yeah, it is. I was kind of hoping it would be similar to, I don't know if you guys can see really well, the greenish blue that's on the pillow in the book. I don't know though. I think it might be too green. This nib is not liking this paper. Oops. Ignore the orange in this one. That's from the African Gold, I believe. There's a spot on the paper and I just completely forgot to skip over it. Okay. So it's Kawasaki Harbor. Let me swatch this down here. Okay, and then another one I wanted to try out is Ferris Wheel Press Peter Moss. I've not put this in a pen. I do think it would be a good match for the couch and the dark foliage, the leaves over here on the garden scene. I feel like I should have grabbed another blue. The only blue I have right now is Cherban Vertigris. But this is going to be too dark for the lighter blues. It does match the lady's skirt and her work pants really well, though. That will be a good one. Let me see if I can find another blue real quick. 1 second. Not to intentionally keep up the J. Herbon theme here, but J. Herbon Diablo Menth might be a good match for the flowers. I don't have much left of this sample. I don't know, that might be too bright. Okay, well, maybe a J. Herbon Les Toits de Paris. Let's try that one. It'll be interesting to see if that dries any lighter, because right now it kind of looks a lot like J. Herbon Vert Degree over here on the side. Alright, let's move on to the two purples I have. Alright, so I keep waffling between Wearing Gold Jane Eyre and Van Diemen's Snowy Mountain Sunset. One has shimmer, one does not. Let's do the one without shimmer. And a lot of my friends love this Wearing Gold ink. So I wanted to test it out, see what the fuss is about. Okay, and then the last one is going to be Van Diemen's Snowy Mountain Sunset. And I didn't have a lot of purples because there's not too many purples on this color palette. There's some flowers over here on the left. I don't know if you can see that. And then some of the purple in the books. But I love writing with purple and green, so I had to include some purples. Gosh, it's so pretty. Did not give myself enough room, of course. Okay, I'm gonna let these dry and then we'll take a closer look. Well, let's just wait till this dries because it does look like it's drying a little bit lighter. So let's just give this a second to dry and then we'll take a closer look at it and see how we did for color matching. So I'll be back, friends. Alright, friends, we're back. And everything looks like it's pretty much dry. Actually, I think all of it's dry. Except for maybe a little spot on the J. Herbon. Okay, so I'm going to take my Leonardo that I've inked up with Murky Bucket. I can't tell how much I have left. But we'll just carry on. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to ink this for June. But let's keep going. Okay, so I think we should keep Terry DeFeo. So I'm going to just put like a star next to the ones I think we should keep. I do want to try the Wearing Gold Jane Eyre. I feel like, just based on what everybody said, that I'm gonna like it. If you hear my cat again, she's just constantly wanting to be near me, so I apologize. Friends, let's do this, the 75 Harbor. I think that is a good match for some of these lighter greens. Where was I looking? Like here in the background. And then I think we should keep Peter Moss because that's a good match for the other greens. I'm struggling with the blues on my page. Let's keep Amber de Barmani to match the yellow. And Kiana Otto for the orange. That actually kind of matches the cat too. I'm gonna nix African Gold. I think I'm gonna do Les Toits de Paris. And let me know, friends, for another blue, if you have a suggestion that kind of matches. Move this closer. Can you see that, friends? It's like a light blue and then a little bit darker blue. Let me know if you know of any inks that might match these two. It also has the flowers, and I'll keep thinking too, and maybe in the next update I'll have something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do the Les Toits de Paris, Jane Eyre, Terre de Feu, Kiona Otto, Moonlight of Higashima, J. Harban, Amber de Burney, Kobe, Kawasaki Harbor, and Ferris Wheel Peter Moss. I'm not gonna do these three just based on that. And then, friends, let me show you real quick for the D20. It's gonna be very similar to what we did. I think it was April, right? So this looks familiar for April. Pretty much the colors are gonna be the same. I just mixed around the order of them. And then for the prompt activity, I just did a little bit different ones. So I want to try one where there's like no talking after I roll the choice in the prompt. So it's like an ASMR video. And then I want to do, if I roll this one, different nib sizes. Current mood, doodle, or quote. Turn the ink into word art. Think of like the 1990s Microsoft Word art. If I can find one, I'll put it in the video right here. A doodle, a Zentangle. I'm not very good at Zentangles, so this would be a good challenge for me. Ethereal themed ink. I've been getting really into tarot and just kind of rediscovering, as a lot of my life has changed in the last 6 months. A recently acquired ink. I'm saying anything in the last 2 months will count because I've been on a pretty strict no-buy. A poetry transcription because I want to keep that in here. And then 20 is whatever I want, so I could pick anything up here or I could just do nothing. It'll be kind of left up to my decision and my interpretation of what I want to do. So yeah, friends, that is my plan with me for June. So I'll have these, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 8 inks, but depending on if I can find another blue. That will be my everyday journaling tarot practice pens. And then I'm going to add in a pen every day for 30 inks, 30 days. And challenge myself on some new combinations. So friends, that's it for this. Again, I apologize for my windedness and my voice. I am only a few days post-recovery of a pretty major abdominal surgery. Won't go into too many details, but I wanted to hop on here real quick and get this out since it is already the end of May and June is right around the corner, friends. So again, let me know if you can think of any colors that might match this blue. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Oops, see, I made a little happy little mess here. Remember, friends, that you matter and to take care of yourselves and to give yourself grace. I will catch you on the next video. Bye, friends.